This video is going to be about the hidden influence that mothers have over their son's psyche. But if this sounds like it's going to be one of those videos that paints all mothers in a negative light, then think again. Also stick around until the end of the video for some extra insights on this topic. Thanks. And it has been said that the mother holds the blueprint to her son's personality. And so it is of utmost importance to understand how mothers shape their sons' personalities and their psyches. According to Jung, the mother has the most profound influence on her son's psyche because she is the first object of his libido. Because a boy's libido is focused on his mother, he will naturally be drawn to her and want to please her. This means that a mother can easily manipulate her son's psyche if she so desires. If a mother is overly critical of her son, or if she rejects him for one reason or another, then he will likely suffer from low self-esteem, and he will feel unworthy of love. This means that he will try to hide his shadow side from everyone, including himself. As a result, the son will have a very unhealthy personality and will be prone to all sorts of neurosis. According to Jung, all humans are born with a sense of what is right and what is wrong. This is because the mother is usually the one who encourages her son to pursue certain careers. According to Jung, humans are attracted to partners who remind them of their mothers. This is because the mother is the first woman that a man is ever really around, and so she becomes the archetype for all other women in his life. This means that a son is likely to be attracted to women who are similar to his mother in terms of personality and appearance. For example, a mother might encourage her son to become a doctor because she wants him to have a stable and well-paying job. She influences his psyche in ways that he may not even be aware of. And so it is important for mothers to be aware of the power that they have over their sons. If mothers use their power for good, then they can help their sons become healthy, well-adjusted men. But if mothers abuse their power, then they can do serious damage to their sons' psyches. Or a mother might encourage her son to become an artist because she believes that he is talented. Whatever the case may be, it is clear that the mother has a major influence on the career choices that her son makes. However, this sense of morality is very undeveloped at birth. It is up to the mother, as the primary caregiver, to instill a sense of morality in her son. If a mother is able to instill a strong sense of morality in her son, then he will likely become a virtuous man. However, if a mother is unable to do this, then her son will likely struggle with morality throughout his life. However, if a mother is able to accept her son for who he is, then he will be able to integrate his shadow side and have a healthy personality. On the other hand, if a mother is overly indulgent of her son, then he will likely become narcissistic and self-centered. Jung believed that humans are shaped by the stories that they are told, and this is especially true when it comes to the stories that mothers tell their children. The stories that a mother tells her son will shape his worldview and his understanding of the world around him. For example, if a mother always tells her son how dangerous the world is, then he will grow up with a worldview that is full of fear and paranoia. On the other hand, if a mother tells her son stories that are full of hope and adventure, then he will grow up with a much more positive worldview. Libido is a psychological and sexual energy that, according to Jung, is the driving force behind all human behavior. When a baby is born, his libido is focused entirely on his mother, and this is because she is the one who provides him with food, comfort, and protection. Jung believed that the mother also had a profound influence on her son's personality. According to Jung, all humans are born with a shadow side. The shadow contains all of the negative aspects of our personality, and it is this shadow side that causes us to act in irrational or even evil ways sometimes. In order to keep our personality healthy, we must integrate our shadow side into our conscious personality. And Jung believed that the mother plays an important role in this process as well. As the boy grows older, his libido becomes more focused on other things, but the mother remains an important object of his libido throughout his childhood and adolescence. This is not one of those videos. Instead, we are going to look at this topic through the lens of analytical psychology. Our earliest memories usually consist of memories of our parents, and our earliest experiences consist of our experiences with our parents. According to Jung, a boy must go through what he called the pure Aries stage of development in order to become a man. During this stage, the boy must learn to break away from his mother and assert his independence from her. If the boy is able to successfully complete this stage of development, then he will emerge as a strong, independent man. However, if the boy is unable to break away from his mother, then he will become what Jung called a mama's boy, which is a man who is overly dependent on his mother and who cannot function independently. And depending on what type of relationship we have with them, we can go on to live a happy, fulfilling life, or we can go on to live a life full of neurosis and dysfunction. Otherwise known as Jungian psychology, and see what Carl Jung had to say about the mother figure and how she influences her son's psyche. We will also look at how the relationship with the mother can lead men to either great heights or dark depths, depending on how the mother interacts with her son during his developmental years. Psyche refers to the human soul, which according to Jung is comprised of three parts: the ego, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. The ego is our conscious mind, the part of ourselves that is aware of the world around us and can make decisions based on what we think is best for us. The personal unconscious contains all of the thoughts, feelings, and memories that we have repressed or forgotten. And the collective unconscious contains all of the universal thoughts, feelings, and memories that all humans share. Before we get into this video, I would appreciate it if you would hit that like button to help the channel grow. The most important relationships in our lives are undoubtedly the relationships that we have with our parents. In particular, our mothers play a huge role in the development of our psyche, especially when it comes to our personality and our sense of self. In order to understand this concept, let's first define what Jung meant by the term psyche. So now that we have an understanding of what Jung meant by the term psyche, let's take a look at how mothers influence their sons' psyches. This is why Jung believed that the mother had such a powerful influence over her son's psyche. However, Jung believed that there was a way for a boy to successfully navigate the relationship with his mother and come out of it with a healthy psyche. But the impact that a mother has on her son's psyche goes beyond just making sure that he goes through the proper stages of development. If a mother is overly critical of her son, then he will likely try to compensate by being perfect in every way possible. Another way that a mother influences her son's psyche is through the stories that she tells him. Jung also believed that the mother plays an important role in shaping her son's morality. It should also be noted that the mother has a major impact on the career choices that her son makes. And finally, Jung believed that the mother also influences her son's choice of partner. To sum it all up, the mother has a major impact on almost every aspect of her son's life. Thanks for watching.